group had been walking for what felt like hours through the station's interconnected levels. The artificial day cycle had shifted to evening lighting, casting softer glows along the corridors. Everything still appeared stable and ordinary, yet the weight of every failed test pressed heavier on them. Rafey stayed close to Noodly, his orange bow slightly askew. His voice came out tired but still carrying that persistent hope. The parents are probably wondering where we are. They might have saved dessert for us, maybe cookies or pie. Can we please go back to the apartment now, just for a little bit? I want to show them the pictures from the booth. Noodly's steps slowed. He placed a paw gently on Rafey's head, his voice cracking slightly with exhaustion and grief. Not yet, Rafey. We can't go back there until we understand what's happening. Agatha walked just behind them. The cold spot had grown stronger, following them like an invisible presence. It settled near the group whenever they paused. In the polished wall panels, shadows moved with noticeable delay. A vending machine reflection showed a figure that blinked out of sync. The wasps hummed a constant low warning in her mind. She kept her observations to herself, watching carefully. Rocky walked with his Stetson pulled low, his protective instincts still fighting against the growing evidence. Noodly, I see how much this is hurting you. Those folks looked and sounded exactly like your parents. But think about Rafey. He's just a pup. He's lost visual. He's been dragged through test after test, and all he keeps asking for is one simple thing: dessert with people who smiled at him and cooked for us. Maybe we stop tearing everything down and let him have that moment. We can't keep running from every bit of kindness we find, not after everything we've survived. George rubbed the back of his neck, sounding more uncertain now. Rocky has a point. The scans keep coming back clean. Maybe this layer really is trying to give us a second chance. Grok continued his periodic scans. Environmental stability holds. No detectable spatial distortions. They stopped near a quiet seating area with large viewing windows overlooking the station's central atrium. Noodly suggested they rest for a moment. As they sat, the cold spot intensified. It centered around the empty chairs across from them. The air grew noticeably chilly, like standing near ghosts. The temperature drop was strong enough that George shivered. Does it feel cold to anyone else? George asked. Rafey nodded. Yeah, it's chilly here. Noodly felt it too. His voice came out strained. It's them, or whatever is pretending to be them. The cold follows us because they're trying to pull us back. Agatha finally spoke, her tone quiet and measured. The cold spots are no longer subtle. They are getting stronger and staying longer. The entity is pressing harder to overwrite our memories. Every test we run makes this false reality feel more solid. She did not mention the small white shape she had seen twice more during their walk, gliding high above them through the open atrium space, moving in calm circles before vanishing into the shadows. Only she had seen it. Rocky shifted uncomfortably in his seat. His voice was quieter now, the protective stubbornness starting to crack. I still think the kid needs something normal, but this cold doesn't feel right. It's the same kind of cold we felt in the old layers. Rafey looked toward the direction of the apartment wing again. If it's cold here, maybe it's warmer back at the apartment. The parents would make it nice and warm with dessert. Noodly pressed both paws to his face for a moment, fighting the wave of grief and exhaustion. When he lowered them, his eyes were damp. We're not going back. The cold is a warning, not an invitation. We keep moving. We keep testing. As the group stood to continue, the cold spot lingered behind them like a reluctant shadow. High above in the vast open space of the atrium, unseen by everyone except Agatha, the small white form with the bright orange cap glided silently once more, circling slowly as if keeping watch. The lair continued to offer comfort wrapped in familiar faces. But the cold was spreading, and the doubt was no longer quiet.